Hi, I'm Bianca from All About Beads, and today I'm going to show you a few different ways to do bracelets on elastic. Okay, so first you need elastic, your beads, a little bail here with a ring. It's got a large hole. I like these because you can easily hide your knot inside them, a jump ring and a charm just to hang off this bail. Okay, so to make a bracelet, for my wrist I'm normally 20 centimetres, so I'm going to cut 30 centimetres just so I've got enough room to do the knots and a bit extra to work with. So cut your elastic to the size, so whatever size that you need for your bracelet plus about 10 centimetres. Okay, so first we're going to string on the beads. I like to use little bead stoppers just so you don't have to worry about the beads falling off the other end while you're stringing them on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to string on is this bail because we want it on first, so that's where the two ends are going to meet, so we can do the knot underneath. Alright, and just string on the beads in the pattern that you like. Okay, so once you've strung your beads on, just check that the length is what will fit you, the length that you want. Okay, so that will be fine. Okay, now what we want to do, just also check that the pattern's right, you haven't made any mistakes before you tie it off. Take our bead stopper off. Okay, so here what we do is bring both our ends together and we're doing an overhand knot. So just pull it and pull them through, both through like this, and pull it down. So here we've got our knot. So pull it nice and tight. You can also to your knots just add a bit of glue. I use the cement glue. It's got a nice fine tip which makes it pretty easier to use. Just put a bit of glue over the knot. That will just also secure it. Okay. Alright, so this extra elastic here, we can just go ahead, trim that off. Give the glue a little bit of time to dry. Okay, and so there we go, and so now we're just going to sit so the knot is sitting under this little bail here. Okay, so the good thing about these little bails is you can also add little charms, so I'm just going to use a jump ring. Two crimping tools are good just to open up your jump ring. So got a hold of my jump ring, the little split's just up the top here, and you just want to open it up like so. Attach to the small loop on the bail, also add your charm and close it up. Okay. And that's it, so that's how we tie off elastic, and it's always good to try have. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do an elastic bracelet and crimp it off. So first you need to cut a piece of elastic. So the elastic needs to be, so whatever length you need for your wrist plus 10 centimetres. So I normally have about 20 centimetres for me, so I cut 30 centimetres of elastic. Okay, I'm going to just use one of these bead stoppers so I don't have to worry about my beads falling off the other end. The first thing we need to do is thread on one crimp bead and then thread on the beads in whatever pattern that you want your bracelet. Okay, when you think you've got to the end, just double check that the beads are to the length that you want. I might just add on one more bead. Okay, so now we can take off our bead stopper. So now what we want to do is, so we've got the crimp bead here, so now we want to take this string of elastic through that way. Sometimes if it's a bit too small to get through the crimp, I just use just a small piece of tiger tail and make my own little needle threader. So just take one into the crimp like this, grab the other end and also put it through the crimp like this, and just pull it so you've just got a small loop. So you've just got this. Now you want to take the other side of the elastic, put it inside that tiger tail loop, just like this, and then I'm just going to hold the crimp under my fingers, and you're just pulling these two ends and that should pull the elastic through. Yep, I just felt that pull through. So now we've got our thread coming through like so. So you just want to pull the crimp, not pull the crimp, you want to pull, so you just want to pull both ends of the elastic, and then with a crimping tool just squash down that crimp bead. So just get a nice squash. Okay, just make sure that's grabbed so the elastic's not going to come undone. These extra, your little tails from your elastic, just trim them off. You want to be pretty close to the crimp, probably about 1 millimetre away, so nice and close. So we have this, and now we're just going to cover that crimp bead with the crimp cover. So for crimp cover, I just pick up in my crimpy tool and just slide it over the top of the crimp and just gently close it up so it looks like a little 4mm ball. And that's done. So that's how we make elastic bracelet and do a crimp. So in this bracelet I've used little 4mm balls so they kind of blend in with the crimp cover. Well, thank you for watching.